In this lesson, we're going to define irreversibilities. Irreversibilities are dissipative interactions that prevent the return of a system and surroundings to the original state. So these are our losses in our system, the energy that cannot be used for useful purpose afterwards. So what are some examples? Well, we have one that's friction. You've probably seen them often around. Here in this example, we see these cars. They're braking hard at the end, and they produce friction, which turns into heat. That heat is dissipated to the air, and that's energy that is lost to the system that cannot be used for useful purposes. The heat is dissipated out, and we can't recapture that heat to use it for anything. So it's an irreversibility, it's a loss. Another form of an irreversibility would be mixing. So we take this chemical, we've got two different chemicals, we drop them in there. They're somewhat organized, and there's the black chemical and there's the clear chemical. But then if we mix them all together, they're all mixed up. There's more disorder now in the system. And we can't just pull those apart and bring them back together. So you can't bring those back to their original state. That's an irreversibility. Some other examples, irreversibility. If we have heat transfer through a finite change in temperature. Free expansion of gas, you can think of that as if you allow the gas to expand without doing any moving boundary work, then we've just kind of lost that energy. It expanded without actually doing anything useful to us. Spontaneous chemical reactions, you have salt, a rock of salt sitting on water, and it just goes through a reaction, but we don't capture any of that energy. We can't use it for anything. It's an irreversibility. And then inelastic deformation of solids. So I'm sure from MC300, you remember you talked about elastic and plastic deformations. So in elastic, it can go back to its original state. We haven't lost anything. But once we go into plastic, and so we're in inelastic deformation, then we can't go back to that original state. So it's an irreversibility. We can't go back to the original.